Next up after the lake was a place called Jericoacoara. This you definitely need to put on your destination. If you're coming anywhere near Brazil and South America, try and search this place out and try and get there for at least a couple of days, because it's definitely going to be worth it. En route to Jerry, we, as the locals call it, down with the lingo now, took a few wrong turns. We should have known better. We got to like a junction and there's some guides there trying to get money off us. Yeah, we'll take you on a guided tour and we'll sort you out. So the girls decided they didn't want to do that. They wanted to drive themselves. Now to get to Jerry, you've got to drive through a lot of sand duned areas. It's really remote. There's no actual roads. It's just sand tracks, well trodden by 4x4s, not so much by Toyotas. So the girls decided they wanted to crack on lower. I was just along for the ride, just going with it, letting them decide. Yeah, go down this track, follow us. So we headed down there. Lo and behold, we got stuck. Making a habit of this, aren't we, Rebecca? Now, I made a living, a career out of getting bogged in sandy, dusty areas in vehicles. The difference was when we did it in the Marines is we generally had big metal sand traps, haulage equipment, tow-in strops, some burly Marines with shovels and muscle power. But there was quite a lot of guides and blokes on motorbikes hanging around following us. So I thought, oh, well, they'll give us a hand. If this was the UK and you get stuck anywhere, 100% people will try and help you out. So it wasn't the case. So we were there, we got the car mats underneath the tyres, started digging it out, getting some branches, local foliage, trying to get that in to get some traction.
Yeah. So we're trying to Jericoacoara and seems we encountered a little struggle. We're supposed to be in that type of car. Sorry. No. The car we have. A little bit trouble. So now we're rearranging a way to go there. But it's really a beautiful place, guys. And you can see here our little tour guide.
Problem was we had Debora driving an automatic car, so it's not great for choosing the gears. It's going to change gear, although it has got a manual option on there, and just me pushing. So I managed to get some traction on it and get it a certain amount, and then we just needed an extra pair of hands. Anyone with a moderate amount of strength on them would have solved this situation. It really pissed me off at this point, because these guys who told us to go on this track had just stood there watching us, like smirking, and it was so disingenuous.
Stand there and watch, boys. Stand there and watch.
I will admit, for the first time on this trip, I did lose my cool, right, and I let my emotions get to me. I started to get angry. Approached one of them, had it out with him, and said, "You've done this on purpose. You've done this. You've sent us down here knowing we're going to get stuck because you want to get money off us to help us out." And he was like, whether he understood me or not, he understood the tone, definitely. And then Rebecca came over and said, yeah, they want 160 real to get us out. It was leaving a very sour taste in my mouth.
É só que eu tenho que... Quando chegar lá, talvez eu possa até...
Depois a gente desenrola, se preocupa não. Não se preocupa não, tira o carro na minha. Se preocupa não, vou tirar aqui depois a gente conversa.
Tá certo.
Offered to give them the money, and then they sprung into action. Lo and behold, they had these little pressure gauges to we'd let some air out of the tyres, of course. That's another one of the things you do to try and get out of this pickle. They had these gauges to tell them exactly what they were deflating them to, which is the optimal one to get out of the situation. Oh, they whipped them out, they started.
Funny old thing. Now there's the offer of money, that is coming into action. Absolute scum trap.
Tools started coming out, digging out. Pretty disgusting for me to witness, to be honest with you. Yeah, your argument could be that's their living, that's whatever, but I'm not having it. Yes, they're living to give guided tours or whatever. It's not to stitch people up, knowing they're going to get stuck just to fleece money out of them. Right, it's not on in my book. So while they were getting stuck in, I was in a mood, and I am the most stubborn person in the world, part 2. Okay, so I just stood there with my arms crossed, just watching them do it. For a change. Shoes on the other foot. I was like, well, we're giving them the money. We can get our money's worth out of them, right? They can do the work. But turns out they couldn't get it out either. So they were there. They had one guy trying to drive, another guy trying to push, and they weren't getting out. I just continued to watch them. I was like, no, sort them. They've stitched us up. They can get us out of it if they want the money. And eventually I come to realise we're going to be here all night because they ain't getting it out unless somebody helps them. Now, I'm not saying it's because of me, because I'm special, whatever. It did just need another bloke with a moderate amount of strength, right, just to get on and push it out. However, I'm taking it, all right? I'm taking it as a win. I was in a bad mood, right? We were in a bad situation, so I'm taking it. I got in, and I pushed it out of there, and they couldn't have done it without me, right? So it's Westy 1, local guys 0, although you could say it's 2 under them because they got money off us out of it.
So our hero, the one and only, who got us away from here. We were stuck in here 2 seconds ago, but
the boys couldn't do it, so the gringo stepped in, bit of Welsh scrummaging power, and we're out.
não lesados, né? Porque 150 menos de nossas carteiras.
A vergonha foi muita.
É.
Obrigada, viu?
Mas tá lá, ó. Olha lá o nosso carro. Olha lá ele indo. Todo seu impávido colosso, seu bendito esplendor, seu berço dourado, olha lá. A gente vai chegar em Jericoacoara. Guys, say hello to our savior.
Knackered.
He did it.
Need a caipirinha and a shower.
Yeah.
Got the car out, continued the rest of the journey to Jericoacoara. We got there, it took us to a hotel after they pulled us out of the sand, paid the guys.
We made it through the sand dunes.
There was a debate with the girls of whether we were going to stay at this place, whether we wanted to go a bit further into the middle of the town. So we were there for an hour trying to decide this.
Right, we are currently breaking the law because the girls are too tight to pay the tax admission fee to the national park area, so we've had to sneak across the border on foot in the dark, which Rebecca's been telling me since day one when I was wheels down not to do in Brazil. Yet here we are, creeping through the darkness through the streets.
So beautiful.
Of Jerry,
guys.
Hotel, which is about 15 minutes away apparently. Looking forward to my next update from a Brazilian ghetto jail.
No, he won't be there. Not alone, at least. Filming? Isn't awesome, guys? There's like for all the flavors that you want. Like, you want barbecue? Yeah. Pizza? Got it. Seafood? Everything.
Even for illegals, I guess.
You're gonna be stuck on that? The first thing to do something legal is pretend you're not doing it.
I'm an honest man. It's come clean. Well, that was an epic. How long did that take us? 40 minutes. I'm glad you're happy. We've made it to the chalet hotel. I've got no further comment on the epic we've just had.
Travelling with girls, right, there's good points and there's bad points. I don't want to come across as any kind of chauvinist here, right? I'm just saying it as it is. Yeah, there's a lot of good points. I mean, they smell nice, the car smells nice, as opposed to a lot of sweaty, hairy blokes. There's no tough guy, macho attitude being played out, especially over directions. People are always trying to get one up, get the upper hand. They bring loads of smellies and lotions and washing items, toothpaste. So you don't have to bring any, you just use all theirs, and they're not gonna miss it because they got loads of it. They always bring spare stuff, right? You name it, they've got in abundance. Towels, flip-flops. Case in point, we all lost something on this trip. Sophia lost her glasses. I lost my electric toothbrush. Rebecca lost a flip-flop, but of course she had a spare set. So it was all good. Some bad points is the shower situation. There's only one shower. Right, there's going to be a queue for it. On this occasion, I solved that by using the outdoor communal one by the pool. Complaints after we left about naked gringo running around the pool area. It can be forgetful, very forgetful. Seemed every time we'd leave somewhere, they'd have lost something or forgotten something. We'd have to go back. It happened quite often. And they're wanderers, aimlessly walking without knowing where we were going, the destination, and then just abruptly just stopping and turning and go back the opposite way. They wouldn't let me help. They were just like, no, don't worry about it. It's in Portuguese, you won't understand. I ended up just walking 20 meters behind them most of the time to save energy, because I knew they was going to stop at some point abruptly and turn around and walk straight back towards me.
Girls are lost again. Hola.
And again, I'm going to come across completely ignorant, but mood swings. You're going to have them, you just got to roll with it.
Rebecca's talking ignorant stuff about British people again. Come on, hit me with it. Give me some ignorant shit.
I was saying that most people think that you eat every day, a full day, whatever, like fish and chips. Everything's about
the
fish
accent.
and chips.
Do the accent when you say fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips, mate.
Nah. Bloody hell. Lead.
Well, we think you all just eat picanha and drink caipirinhas all day.
We don't.
I know. Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Their city here is that known by the shrimp, by fish, so...
Yeah, but our ignorant thing about you is you all walk around half naked. You do carnival and go wild. You eat meat and drink caipirinhas all
I've
day.
heard about, like, forest being everywhere, no Wi-Fi.
No, we don't think that. That's
It's
Brazil.
funny he say half naked, Brazil half naked. When he told me a story about someone shouting in the bar, "Let's get naked," and everybody getting naked. We wouldn't do here. It's a crime. We're committing a crime. Talking about Brazil, but
Deborah's interested now. She's like, "Well, people getting naked. What's going on?" In our defence, I do have to stick up for my people. I guess we can be a little bit stuck up and stay indoors, whatever. But we wouldn't be doing this right now if we were back in the UK, because it's hammering down with rain and it's freezing cold. It's kind of a reason why we're not outdoors more than we'd like to be, because the weather's crap.
people say, I think that's true. We're more like energetic. We like people. We like to talk. We like to be together. We try to do as many things as we can do together. We are warmed, per se. So I have to ask. You have to ask for him to say "bon appetit" in any language. Choose one.
Japanese.
No, we already did. No. We already did. Yeah.
Mas ele não sabe, mas ele não viu. Japonês, omeshi wagariku dasai.
Australian.
Se eu tivesse sentado, seria itadakimasu.
So, guy, here we have a specimen of an ugly guy, not funny.
Talk about the dog like that.
Nah. So,
Just asking Rebecca situation with steaks or whether you need to ask how you want it cooked or not. And she said, generally not, is it? They just do it round about medium. Sometimes they ask.
usually they ask, guys.
And I was recalling a funny story about when I was in Argentina with an English guy. We went out for steak night at this place in Buenos Aires. And this English guy asked for the steak well done. And the waiter just said no. No. The guy was like... So that, if you ever go to Argentina, don't ask him to cook your steak well done. You're going to get a no. A little bit blown away by Jericoacoara, if I'm honest with you. Quite know what I was expecting. Well, I do. I was thinking it's just going to go for another day out like we did at the lake yesterday at the Lagoa. Day trip destination, with a nice beach with a bit of character. I knew there was dunes in the area, just something along those lines. But we turned up here. There's a big long sandy road to get to it through a lot of sand dunes, huge sand dunes. Then you get through all these sandy roads, which we got stuck in, of course. And you just arrive in this purpose-built town right next to the beach, built on sand. All the roads are sand, ground around it are just sand, there's no paved areas. Town's just sprung up from nowhere, in amongst the dunes. Quite predictably, just got interrupted by a dude trying to sell me something. Tours, guides or whatever. Absolutely no camera etiquette with the locals around here. It's a city/town. It's not like a city as in Fortaleza. Tidy size, but again, just in a very unusual, unexpected location. Of note, Rebecca told me it's in a national park, it's a protected environment, but of course, only after they built a huge purpose-built tourism village here. It's protected, can't touch it. However, only after we built the man-made purpose-built town there. Typical.
Soltar essa louca de paixão no ar, como doer pra decidir, só dizer sim.
Girls are storming off in front again. Debora's already called me a turtle. I think she meant tortoise. But I got the reference. I took the hint. Well, obviously I haven't taken the hint because I'm still acting like a turtle.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age.
Massive round of applause for Debora. We've just driven in the great escape from Jericoacoara. Driven miles across sandy, deserty, but coastal, soft sand terrain. Every other vehicle around us was a 4x4 or a dune buggy. A fair play, she just smashed it out. We made it now to metal roads, tarmac, and we're free. It's quite funny because anybody who's read my autobiography, Never Above, Never Below, will come across stories about me raving, being full of astonishment and admiration at the Taliban's vehicle of choice, drug runners' vehicle of choice, for tearing across the desert away from us, which was just a normal car that you buy from a showroom. They'd ram them full of drugs, weapons, explosives.
Jesus. That's what happens when you park on double yellows.
Whatever you like, and they'd just be screaming across the desert. They'd outrun us for miles on many occasions in our big modern 4x4 military desert vehicles. And funnily old thing, guess what vehicle we've just made the great escape from Jericoacoara in? That's right, a Toyota Corolla. Amazing. Stopped off at Blue Lagoon. Look at this, man. Absolutely stunning. Have a little dip, I think. Is got a lot of more smokers in this part. Generally, since I've been out here, not noticed that many people smoking compared to back home. But in Jerry, just seemed to be a lot of people smoking. A lot of gringos there as well. Maybe that had something to do with it. Not just Western gringos, but gringos from other parts of Brazil, I guess. The only time on this trip that I come across somebody from UK, and that was only just walking down the street, you heard somebody with an English accent. Yeah, that was the only brush I've had with back home since I've been here. The area has a lot of these local dudes, as I describe them. You get them everywhere out here. The people who do like the guides, or they're trying to sell you something. They seem to all be dressed the same way, baggy shorts, sort of slightly hunched over, got that shifty look about them, cap on, raised up a little bit, the way they sort of saunter around with that shifty look. Brazilian dudes, I'm going to call them. Quite a lot of these hanging around. You can see they're just sort of loitering, lurking like vultures, waiting for that opportunity to get in and sell you something or coax you into something. Well, that's it, guys. Time to say goodbye. As a great friend once said to me, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. It's a bit corny.
I'm getting too attached.
Good sentiment. I like the sentiment. So thanks for everything, guys. Been the best hosts ever. It's been absolutely fabulous 2 weeks. More than exceeded my expectations. Far exceeded them, in fact. It's been action-packed. We've done everything every day, and it's been absolutely brilliant. So
I'll get coffee.
what a start to the Lone Wolf Tours of 2024. And hopefully see you both in Wales at some point.
I wish, I hope I will be there soon, coming.
Cop of the dog. The cop of the dog will be
It's
waiting
only,
for you.
I'm going only for Copper. Because I already met you. I've seen you.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I wish to see Copper.
Look,
Drink some coffee.
I've accepted it. Everyone loves the dog. I get it. It's fine. It's fine with me.
Bye-bye.
Ciao,
See
ciao.
you.
Adios. It's been described as the Miami of South America. Not not too sure how I feel about that. Miami wouldn't be coming in my top 20. I'll end up going there at some point in my life now and go, wow, this was amazing. Why have it taken so long to go here?